Hi there! Right now I'm in front of Maastricht University's Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences, or FASOS as most of us students and staff members affectionately call it. This is a building of European Studies. This looks like a huge pile of books, doesn't it? Well, let's change your perspective a bit. Well, that's better, isn't it? The world sometimes suddenly looks different when you consider it from another point of view, doesn't it? What the camera just did right now is something that you will also learn to do if you decide to come and study European Studies here in Maastricht. That's because European Studies is what we like to call an interdisciplinary program. A program in which you don't look at a problem from one point of view, but from a wide range of perspectives. Wait, let's switch over to Esther Versluis. She's a professor at FASOS, and she can tell you more about that.
Think of all the different problems that are surrounding the European environment nowadays. Think of the Brexit and the potential consequences and impact that has on further European integration. Think of the refugee crisis that is still ongoing and leaves many member states of the European Union puzzling how to deal with that. All these different problems that arise at the European level will not be able to be analyzed from a single disciplinary perspective. You will not be able to understand what the Brexit really means and what implications it really has if you only look at it from, say, an economical perspective or only a political perspective. In order to really truly understand what's going on there, you need to also analyze this from a societal perspective, from a cultural perspective, from a philosophical perspective. And this is what the Bachelor European Studies here in Maastricht actually does.
So this basically means that you don't study Europe by only focusing on history, political science, international relations, economics or law. Instead, you combine insights from all of these disciplines. The interdisciplinarity of the program, that's what makes the program at Maastricht University so unique. Let's switch back over to Professor Versluis again.
The Bachelor European Studies that we have on offer here at Maastricht University is unique in its kind. It's the only bachelor program at the European continent that combines the perspectives that we do. What it makes this program so special is that it's an integrated program, so you will follow a curriculum from year 1 until the end of year 3, and you look at these European problems from different disciplinary perspectives. This is different from European studies programs elsewhere that are sometimes more monodisciplinary. It's really this interdisciplinary perspective that makes European studies in Maastricht unique.
More than 75% of all the students come from abroad, and that adds a whole new layer to the program.
When you study here, you will study with colleagues from many different nationalities. At the Bachelor European Studies, we have more than 75% of our students come from different countries. And what makes this so nice is that you will actually analyze topical problems at the European societal level from these different national perspectives. It is very different if you discuss a topic such as the refugee crisis with only Dutch or only Germans. It becomes truly special if you discuss such a topical issue with colleagues from many different nationalities.
European Studies student Thierry feels the same. Here's what he has to say about the program.
For me to arrive in the international community of FASOS was for me a bit like coming home. I grew up in an international environment in international schools where I'm used to having so many different cultures and languages around me 24/7. Coming at FASOS or coming back to the Netherlands, I was afraid I was going to lose that aspect in my life. Yet what I found at FASOS is that it was actually more present than I was used to. Every single day you hear every language you can imagine. You have friends from all over the world and it just feels very nice.
Another important thing to note is that European Studies is not only about Europe, it's also about the relationship that Europe has with the rest of the world. Isn't that correct?
People often make that mistake. You're not only focusing on the European Union. Europe was there thousands of years ago, and that's where formations of nations started. All those things which happened throughout the ages are coming back in our studies right now. We look at how old problems still influence new problems, how current developments result in new political situations in the EU, but also how about new situations have an influence on cultural aspects of the EU. All these problems, situations, developments come together in European Studies.
Yes, what to do when you graduate. Because the program is so broad, you can end up in a wide variety of careers and locations. Wait, Professor Versluis can tell you more about that.
Some people stay here. We have a lot of master programs on offer here at the faculty, for example, specializing in research skills or specializing in European public affairs. But most of our students actually go to elsewhere. They opt for many different types of master programs, for example, international relations, but also economics, international or European law, journalism, cultural sciences, you name it.
And could you also tell us a bit more about what you can do after completing your master?
Also here, the options are plenty, and it depends very much on what you actually make of it. We have students ending up in many different types of careers. Many of them end up in Brussels, wanting a European career, working, for example, for the European Commission, the European Parliament, or one of the consultancy firms. There are plenty of them in Brussels. But not all students go to Brussels. We also have students who end up going back to their home country. For example, starting to work for one of the national ministries, working for embassies, working for other types of international organizations, such as the United Nations, the NATO. Other than that, we have students ending up in journalism. We have a few who work for highly qualified newspapers, either in Germany or in the United Kingdom. We have students ending up doing a PhD. So as you can see, it really is what you make of the bachelor program.
Well, thanks a lot. Does this sound like something you might want to do? Then you should definitely consider getting a bachelor's in European Studies in Maastricht. Hope to see you soon and hear all about your perspectives.